The fact that you were 1-0 down and got a point, Gary, but perhaps not happy with the overall performance.
No, we just had it out in there, you know. The difference in the levels of performances individually and collectively this group put together is, you know, we go from there, Chippenham, to there, Kings Langley, to there, Alfred, and the performance was good, and then to there again today, and you know, that's not a team thing, that's an individual thing as well. You know, some of the performances are so far different than last week. The energy levels, the desire, if you like, you know, is hard, and you know, we've let Chippenham, Cirencester off the hook, if you like, because you know they're down on the luck a little bit, and we've let them. They've come here for 45 minutes. They must have thought that was buttons, you know. They was on holiday. We didn't press them high up the pitch. We didn't get close in midfield. You know, we let them have the freedom of the park. You know, we've come out second half. We've gone 4-4-2, which do leave you a little bit more open. But we looked a little bit more. You know, we weren't letting them off, if you like, off the hook. So, and then we give another goal away, which is poor defensively. You know, got one centre half step up, we've got one centre half step in, which is just a little bit of communication that can be avoided. You go 1-0 down, then you're up against it, ain't you? And then, you know, we've gambled, didn't we? We could have risked losing 2 or 3. We've gambled, we chucked a lot of men forward, and you know, Metz has scored a goal where, you know, that's what he does, and you know, he needs a big man next to him to be fair. You know, we played 4-4-2 for the first 4 games. We got 2 points, didn't we? So we've changed it to suit, you know, the rest of the players. You know, and Metz has been a victim of the system, to be fair. But for now, so you know, with 3 plenty men forward, he's done what he done for Worksop, all them goals when he played off Denton. You know, he's got on the end of a knockdown. He's finished, which will probably do him the world of good. But you know, you look at the games. You know, you go back to Cambridge City, Kings Langley here, Biggleswade away. You know, these are games out of good performances that we're just letting teams, you know, whether we think we're better than what we are, whether we didn't earn the right at all today. And that's the disappointment. You know, we prepare right, you know, we get into the lads right, they warmed up unbelievable. You know, they're ready to go and they leave the dressing room, they go on the pitch, and that's like a burst tyre. You know, that's disappointing.
When we spoke before the game, you were a little bit worried as to how the reaction was after Tuesday with Matt Castellano.
Yeah.
Do you think there was an element of that?
Well, we didn't get close to anyone to find out if anyone wanted to get hurt, did we? So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, to be honest. But you know, we've got to be better than that. You know, we've got to make it hard for teams to come to the walks, and in the main, we do against the better teams. You know, but against no disrespect, sorry, against the teams who are sitting lower in the league. Whether that's a psychological thing, people look at the league table and think, oh, we ain't got to do things right today. I don't know. I certainly don't. Millsy certainly don't. The rest of the staff certainly don't. But the players, I don't know. I just honestly don't know. But that's something that's got to be addressed, that's for certain.
And getting caught on the break was always going to be a bit of an issue, and that's what happened. And as you say, a bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, that was. But you know, I think he's had a terrific game again today at the heart of the defence. Him and Sam, you know, they ain't really that. You know, they ain't put a foot wrong this side. But again, we are guilty of missing chances, isn't we? You know, we've had a couple of good chances early on. Curtis has hit the keeper. We've had a couple of headers, but first half was very poor. Second half, I'm a little bit happy with, but not much. You know, I didn't even celebrate the goal. I'm that disappointed with the performance. I might have celebrated another one if that had went in, but you know, I think we've had a penalty. I think we have had a penalty, you know, but I'm a long way away if he's kicked the floor or whatever, I don't know, but that looked a penalty. You know, and you know, we didn't get a lot all day long, but that's one of them things. You know, we some weeks you get it, some weeks you don't. But overall, that was a pretty flat performance. Yeah, we've got a point, but that's not good enough. You know, we wanted to get 3 today and then try and pick something up at Leamington, and then come back for a home game next week. But you know, rest assured, you know, next week we've got to be better than that if we're going to take 3 points.
Leon Metten, as you say, that will do him the world of good.
Yeah, well, and he's probably getting a little bit of stick, but you know, we're trying to find it. We're trying to find that, you know, a striker that can, you know, that we can play him alongside. You know, Toby's struggling with his knee. This system suits the rest of the team better, certainly away from home. Perhaps not so much at home, but you know, we've picked up some great results for him, Chesham, and Chippenham, you know, we've played the system, we've got the players and the tools to do it, but to make it work, you need every single player at it, pressing high up the pitch, giving the opposition no time at all on the ball. But today, when teams can get the ball down, have 1 or 2 touches, lift the head, pick passes, that make it, because they can put most players at this level can put the ball into a good area. So when you're letting the opposition do that, and they constantly keep turning you around, and you're trying to play free up front, if they keep turning you around, all of a sudden that turns into 1 up front, and then that's a problem because you're not getting up the pitch, and the other teams are dominating possession. And you've got to say fair play to Cirencester. You know, a lot of teams come here and literally camp behind the ball, but they didn't do that today. You know, they worked very hard to get behind the ball when they lost it, and they worked very hard to get forward when they got possession of the ball. So that weren't a negative performance by them. You know, like some teams have come here and sat there. I thought Cirencester were a plucky side who worked the socks off today. They've got a new manager, and you know, maybe he's changed the way they play. I know he's brought in 1 or 2 players, but they worked hard against higher opposition, like we do against higher opposition, and made it very, very difficult for us.
But with time running out, you stuck at it, and you got something out of the game.
Yeah, we got something out of the game, but you know, you know, obviously a point's better than a loss. But to me, that feels like a loss just because the way we've played out, the way we've been playing. You know, that's a good performance, bad performance, good performance, bad performance. You know, you're never going to get where you need to be playing like that. And that's the same players. You know, that's the same group of lads. You know, and that's the, you know, we've got to ask 1 or 2 questions. I just said in there about players who have won leagues. You know, have won leagues. You know, Gorgs has won a league, Steve has won a league, and perhaps we're too nice. You know, they say in football and in life, you know, nice people don't win anything. Well, maybe we are a little bit too nice. And you know, I just said to the lads in the championship sides, did you have horrible lads? Yeah, did you have? You know, maybe we are 1 or 2 short, real horrible lads who dig people out and get aggressive. Maybe we are too nice. Maybe we are just a little bit, you know, too easy to play against. Maybe we are just a little bit, you know, well, if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. On the pitch type thing, not me, not the chairman for certain. You know, maybe on the pitch we're just a little bit. We need maybe 1 or 2 real big leaders, real big characters. Obviously, I can't swear, but horrible, you know, horrible lads who are going to get hold of the food when after 20 minutes things are going how they did today.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Gary, can I just, ask you how difficult was it for you after everything you went through on Tuesday night?
No, that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse for me. Yeah, that was a difficult week, but that's game day, isn't it? You know, Matty's, obviously that's very, very important, Matty as well, but, you know, the Matty Castellan injury had no effect on today's flat performance, in my view. You know, you'd have to speak to the players if that affected them any differently. But Matty Castellan weren't injured before King's Landing. Matty Castellan weren't injured before Biggleswade. Matty Castellan weren't injured before Cambridge City. So I think if any of the players did use that, I think that's a major cop-out.
And what is the news on Matty?
Yeah, he's good. He's at home. You know, I've been to see him in hospital. I'm going to go see him at his house again tomorrow. He's took that'll sound quite ironic, really, but he's took the turn for the worse. But that's good news. He was up plucky on Thursday when I went to see him, and then yesterday he probably took a little bit of a turn for the worse, a little bit sleepy and a little bit mood swingy apparently. But that's apparently all part of the rehab. So, you know, he was advised not to come today because he's obviously, you know, the hurly-burly of the football and trying to you know, follow the ball and head movements. That probably would have been too much for him. So I'd say we'll probably see Matty on Saturday, next Saturday. Obviously not to play, to come to the game. But yeah, you know, did it affect the performance? No, no, I wouldn't have thought so.
Knowing how Matty is, I'd imagine he wanted to be here today.
Well, he was probably following it on Twitter. Hopefully that goal cheered him up a little bit. You know, we'd have liked to have won the game for him, but you're not going to win the game if you don't work as hard as the opposition. And for me today, that didn't happen. You know, I felt we worked harder than Alpha last week. I felt we worked harder than Chippenham when we beat them. You know, the games we win, we've dominated, we've outworked the opposition. I think today, Cirencester outworked us.
Tuesday night, Leamington next.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Good. Leamington's all right. They're a decent side. They'll come on to us. You know, we'll be at it because we think. I think the players think you get 5 points for beating a team in the top 6, and then only 1 point for beating someone in the bottom 6. That's how it seemed to me. I just asked them the question: have they changed the rules? But you know, yeah, Leamington will come on to us. That's a game we desperately need to get something from now. We was hoping that we could, with the Hayes game and these games, we could get a couple of wins. That's never easy to win any game, we know, but you've got to win these home games, and the away games, if you win them, is a bonus. So we'll probably do the typical Kings Lynn thing. We'll probably go there on Tuesday and get a result, and probably then this is even worse, 2 points lost in my eyes. You go there, you get a result. With us over the last, since we've come step 3, that's always been 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I believe the players are good enough. I believe we've got the right ingredients. Maybe we just need, 1 or 2 more leads, if you like. I think people come here. I think other managers. I know 1 or 2 of the other managers in the league, and I think their perspective as Kings Lynn is that they've got some good players. They work hard, but they're nice to play against. And I honestly believe that's the perception of other teams in this league. Because we get roughed up everywhere we go. Everywhere we go, people seem to put it on us. So I think people say, yeah, rough them up a little bit. They're quite a young side, and they'll think. But that's where the territory is at the minute. We will tinker. We're 12, 13 games in. We'll make 1 or 2 changes. We've got an abundance of young lads coming through, which is great, which is good. But we still need to pick up results. You can't just go over the young with this. This is a football club that's now got to be sort of pushing for the sort of top 8, top 6. Even the playoffs.
And do you think today's game showed how much you miss Steve-O as well?
Steve-O's one of them players. You probably don't realise how much you miss him until he ain't there. I get on at Steve-O a lot. Me and Steve-O got an unbelievable relationship. But I'll give him some hard. I don't think he affect the games enough sometimes. But when he's not there, you realise how much he affect the games. But don't tell him to say that.
It was just missing somebody.
Someone just to put the foot on the ball. Someone to get in between the lines, and that little bit of extra quality. We had a lot of the ball last 20 minutes in good areas, and wasteful passes. Crosses going behind the goal. He's got that little bit of craft in him, that little bit of, if you want a chance to fall to someone, that'd probably be Steve-O. So, we do miss him, but other players have got players missing. You can't grumble too much about that. But is Steve-O a big player for us? Yeah, he is. Is Sean McWilliams a big player for us? Yeah, he is. With Matty being injured, would Ryan probably be playing? Yeah, he probably would. So yeah, we have got 1 or 2 injuries, but that ain't the excuse for today. We had 11 players on the pitch today and a few subs who were capable of winning this game if they'd have turned up with their A game today. And unfortunately for us, we turned up with our C game.
Okay, brilliant.